Rani ada 2 ya?
Itu masuknya 1 apa 2 sih? Udah mulai ya?
Alright, guys. Let me do my presentation.
Kan
My
jangan
name
aku sih.
is Desmalia Irawan. I'm going to present the short story. The title is, next please. Till death do us apart. So, next. Agnes, next please. Okay, as you can see in here, dinner. When he got home the night as my wife served dinner, suddenly he didn't know how to open his mouth because he wanted to say divorce. Next. Next, please. At night in the bedroom. That night, they didn't talk each other. She wanted to find out what her husband thinking about their marriage life, because he could say, "I don't love you anymore" to his wife. Next. Next. With a deep sense of guilt, he drove a divorce agreement which stated he give her their house, their car, and can take 30% stake of his company. But she tore it into pieces. Next. Okay. He felt sorry because she wasted time, resources, and energy, but he could not take back what he said because he's so in love with Jane. Jane sees his girlfriend in the office. So his wife cried loudly in front of his face. And he said, maybe it's just kind of release or something. Okay, next. Next, please. Next day, he come back very late because he going out with Jane, and he find out his wife writing something at the table dining. Okay, next. Next. Okay, discuss about divorce agreement. She presented her divorce condition. She didn't want anything from him, but needed a month notice before the divorce. She requested in that 1 month, we both try to live as normal a life as possible. Next. Next. Okay, and then her wish is she had something more. She asked him to recall how he carried her into their bridal room, and on their wedding day, she requested that every day for the month's duration, he carries her out of their bedroom to the front door every morning. Next. And then the husband told Jane about the divorce condition, and Jane laughed loudly and thought it was absurd no matter what tricks she applies, she has to face the divorce. So Jane pushed him to divorce his wife. Okay, next. Day 1. His wife and him hadn't had any contact since his divorce intention was explicitly expressed. So when he carried her out on the first day, they both appeared clumsy. And their son thought, Daddy is holding mommy in his arms. His words brought him a sense of pain. From the bedroom to the sitting room, then to the door, he walked over 10 meters within her arms. She closed her eyes and said softly, Don't tell our son about the divorce. I'm not feeling somewhat upset. And then day 2, next please. On the second day, both of them act more much easily. She lay on my chest. He could smell fragrance on her blouse. He realized that he hadn't looked at this woman carefully for a long time. She wasn't young anymore. They were fine wrinkles on her face. Her hair was graying. Their marriage had taken its toll on her. For a minute, I wondered what I had done to her. Next. Day by day goes by. On the fourth day, when he lifted her up, he felt a sense of intimacy returning. This was the woman who had given 10 years of her life to him. On the on the fifth and the sixth day, he realized that our sense of intimacy was growing again. It became easier to carry as the months slip by. Perhaps the everyday workout make him stronger. Okay, next. Next. Okay. And one morning, her wife chose a clothes into closet, and she said, "No more ground fit me anymore," because her wife is thin than before. It's become thin, and the reason why he could carry her more easily because his wife is thin, and she buried so much pain and bitterness in her heart. Okay, next, in her heart. Okay, next, please. Okay. Our son came in that moment and said, Dad, it's time to carry mom out. My wife gestured our son and closer and hugged him tightly. He 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 turned away his face away because he was afraid he might change his mind. Okay, on the last day, he held her heartily, and their son gone to school, and he realized that their life lack of intimacy. And then next, okay, he drive to the office, jump out of the car, and without locking the door, because he was afraid he would change his mind. Next, confessions. He told, sorry, Jane, I said, I won't divorce. My marriage life was boring, probably because he and I didn't value the details of our lives, not because we didn't love each other anymore. Now I realize that since carried her into my home on our wedding day, I'm supposed to hold her until death do us apart. Okay, next. Next. Okay. Jane gave him loud slap and slammed the door, and she went away, left him. Okay, next. The husband. Oh, sorry. Before you were too fast, Agnes. Oh, okay. He drove away at the floral shop on the way, and he ordered bucket of flowers for his wife. The sales girl asked him what to write on the card, and he smiled. I will carry you every morning until death do us apart. Okay, next. Next. That his hand, a smile on his face. Okay, next. Only to find his wife in the bed, but she was dead. So, his wife had been fighting cancer for months, and I was so busy with Jane to even notice. She knew that she would die soon, and she wanted to save him from the whatever negative reaction from their son. In case they pushed through with the divorce, at least in the eyes of their son, he's a loving husband. The moral value, okay, I'm gonna talk about moral. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You can mute your mic. Moral value of the story. The small details of your lives are what really matter in a relationship. It is not the mansion, the car, the property, the money in the bank. This create an environment conducive for happiness, but cannot give happiness in themselves. Okay, first, this is my thoughts. For your information, until death do us apart means should death should be the only thing that will separate the married couple for their whole lives. And one more thing, if you truly love someone, being faithful is easy. From this story, I can tell that her husband deeply regret because cheating on her. But luckily, her wife left something happy memories for their son. So their son won't hate him because for all the things he had done to her. Before she passed away, they pretended like nothing happened between them in front of their son. But deep down, in the last of her breath, she didn't know her husband realized that she is the only one that he wanted to love till death do them apart. But all the things he wanted to say too late because she already dead. And the saddest part in life, this is my last sentence. And the saddest part in life is saying goodbye to someone you wish to spend your life. Sorry. And the saddest part in life is saying goodbye to someone you wish to spend your lifetime with. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Okay, thank you, Agnes.